My name is Kornegay. I didn't even realize I had endometriosis. What led me to the hospital to actually get a clear diagnosis was my struggle with irregular cycles, and I ended up in the hospital because I was nervous about having a repeated cycle. My gynecologist at the time asked me a list of questions. Well, can you describe your cycle to me? And I told her that my left knee hurt before my cycle, my right knee hurt after my cycle. I got sharp pains in my back. In my abdomen, I had pain. So that was the first indication for my OBGYN at the time that I had some issues going on with me. I was able to speak to a doctor in Baltimore, Maryland. After asking me questions about my cycle, she suggested that we do a pelvic exam. In doing the pelvic exam, she realized that I had a reverted uterus, which was actually a symptom of having endometriosis. So that really started my journey with endometriosis. I then was scheduled for a surgery to actually do a clear diagnosing later on in 2011. It took roughly 10 years for almost a clear diagnosis. I realized that this was not a disorder that you just had, you got diagnosed with it, and you would be on your way. This is not a hump that you just get over. It's something that you would be affected by your entire life. I was prescribed a contraceptive. At the time, it did help me, but as I gradually went through the journey, I realized that the contraceptive wasn't necessarily the best for me, and I wanted to explore other ways of being healthy. So I looked into just paying attention to my diet, making sure that I was staying away from foods that may have been detrimental to me or that caused flare-ups. I made sure that I wasn't using harsh products when it came to period care items and things of that nature. So I really wouldn't say that I had a specific treatment plan, but I gradually came up with things that I thought was beneficial for my health. So I really needed to start paying attention to the food that I ate. I started doing more research online, started talking to people, joining Facebook groups, community groups to have conversations with individuals about, what worked for them and how do they manage their pain. When people have seizures, they do a thing where they count how long the seizure takes, how many minutes, how many seconds. So that's something I adopted when I dealt with pain. How many minutes, how many seconds do I have these flare-ups? Is there 10 seconds in between each pain? Is there 10 seconds in between each flare-up? So I really just tried to understand that some of the environmental factors around me were causing me to have difficulty. I did have a really great doctor. She was very open, made me feel very comfortable. She was comfortable with whatever decision I made. It was very much a shared decision-making model. And we also talked about a future plan. Do you see yourself conceiving in the next couple of years? Please don't stay on the contraceptive too long. You need a break from it. So she was very vocal about what she thought would be beneficial for me, but she also, listened to my concerns as well. Endometriosis is a full-body disorder, so my focus has been to adopt a therapist, a nutritionist, as well as an OBGYN. I've also informed all of my doctors that I do have endometriosis, even down to my eye doctor. Extend yourself grace. Understand that this takes time. You have to learn your body. You have to make sure that you are allowing yourself the grace that you need to get through this process. It is not your fault that you have endometriosis. You did not cause the endometriosis. Endometriosis is not you. It is a part of you. And allow yourself that opportunity to be in touch with your body, to learn your body, and just be patient with yourself as you're learning this. And do not overload yourself with information that will actually cause you more stress than peace. And stress, as you know, it causes flare-ups. So grace is the best way to go.